Good morning and welcome to my channel. Today I wanted to share a couple of life YOLOs that my husband and I have endured through the years of marriage, and I thought it would be fun to put a compilation of a lot of things that we have done. I think in life you need to do things outside of the ordinary, and we got to a place where we would take trips and definitely include a YOLO. And so if you're interested in seeing those, just keep watching. Hi, and welcome to my channel. I hope that you will consider subscribing. My channel consists of fashion and beauty, artistic and non-artistic Bible studies, clothing hauls, as well as beauty tips and tutorials, and just some plain old-fashioned fun. Thank you for watching, and I hope you'll consider subscribing. Okay, so in the process, I am going to be doing my makeup, but as I mentioned in the intro, my husband and I took several trips, and I'm not going to put them in order of the year, but every time we've taken a trip, we've tried to do something that took us out of our comfort zone, because you only live once, right? So, or at least in this earthly life. Our spiritual life is an eternal life, but our life here on earth will come to an end, and we just basically took a lot of trips that we did YOLOs, where we wanted to do something out of the ordinary, something that took us, like I said, out of our comfort zone. And I want to start with a trip that we took to Santa Fe and then to Albuquerque, New Mexico. And we were going to go to Miami that year, but that was the year that that hurricane hit in Miami, and we weren't able to go. We were gonna stay at a beautiful hotel called One State. You guys may have heard of it, but we didn't get to go because of the hurricane. I believe it was Hurricane Irma. I can't really remember. So thank you, Jesus, that we got all our money back, and we were able to use that money to take a different trip. And we decided to, since it was at the last minute, like everything happened at the last minute. And actually, yeah, I think it was during my birthday. No, it was our anniversary. Anyway, we decided to drive to Santa Fe since it was the closest to us. And we decided that, well, there was two things that were on the to do the YOLO list, but I just couldn't bring myself to do one of them. They were to get on the tram to go up the mountain. And I wouldn't say that I'm a person who's afraid of heights, but I definitely don't like being in situations where I'm unsure of my life. So we decided to do the tram. The other thing that I wanted to do in New Mexico was to get on a hot air balloon ride. And we decided we would leave that for next time. So this next section that I am going to play for you all is us actually already in the tram and going up the mountain. Oh, I don't know how to turn it around.
What are you trying to do?
I think I just turned it around like that before.
Are you live?
No.
Alrighty folks, my name is Aspen. I will be your cabin operator as we make our way up the mountain. We will be on this tram for about 15 minutes. You will be leaving an elevation of 6,559 feet.
of scary for me because, like I said, when you're being lifted up to something, it just kind of creates something in my head that's not very good. The next trip was to Pittsburgh, and my husband is a diehard Pittsburgh Steelers fan, and as a surprise I wanted to take him to the stadium so that he could watch his team play. I'm a Cowboys fan. It was something that I just wanted to do for him because he'd never been, and I think if you're going to root for a football team, you should definitely try to go to a game in their home state. And so the next section of this is we went up this incline, the incline in Pittsburgh. And let me see. So it was, and we got on the Duquesne incline, and it takes you to the top of Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, where you can overlook the city. And so let me go ahead and show you guys that clip. So the next trip that we took, and again, they're not in order, was to New York. And in New York, we decided to take a helicopter ride. And let me tell you, that was the most frightening, exhilarating thing I have ever done in my whole life. Like, it was amazing, but scary at the same time. And so I definitely enjoyed it after I relaxed, and it was pretty neat to be able to go above the Twin Towers and to see all of that. And of course, this was post 9/11, so in place they had built those monuments, and so the helicopter took us over those, and we ended up taking a picture by the helicopter. So I'll let you watch that next. So the other thing we ended up doing in New York City was going to the Statue of Liberty. And we actually bought tickets to go up to the Crown, because you can buy tickets to not only tour the Statue of Liberty, but actually go up into the Crown. And so we decided that was something that we wanted to do, but you had to climb like these stairs to get up to the crown. And it was the most amazing thing, the most amazing claustrophobic thing we had ever done. And it was really fun to be up there and to be able to look over New York City. We did a lot of things away from home, and we did a lot of things close to home. And this next part was something that I had wanted to do with my students, and for some reason or another we just didn't do it. And I decided that, I don't know, sometimes you need something to just snap you back into life to say, okay, let's get on with this and get out of that little funk. And so again, I always feel like YOLOs help you bring perspective into your life. And so we decided to zip line. And it was the most exhilarating feeling. Well, let me show you guys. So that was quite a ride. As you could tell by my screaming, I had the time of my life. And you know, it wasn't scary at all. I know it looks scary, but it wasn't scary at all. It goes very slow. And I think it depends on your weight too. So as you could see, my husband went a little bit faster than I did. And I think it just depends on your weight as to how fast or slow you're gonna go down that zip line. And so the next thing I want to show you is we went to Atlanta, Georgia for a conference that I had for work. And we ended up going to Olympic Park. And that was the most amazing park I have ever seen. We ended up actually running around it. I was very deep into running at that point in my life. And we got up and we ran around the Olympic Park. And that night we went to go eat. And there's this big Ferris wheel a few blocks down from Olympic Park. And my husband decided that it would be fun to get on the Ferris wheel. And I didn't want to really, but you know, here we go again with our YOLOs. I thought, well, you know, when will I ever come back to Atlanta, Georgia to get on this Ferris wheel? So I hesitantly agreed. And you might think that the video is hilarious. I was petrified, to be honest with you. But as it moved on, I relaxed and was able to actually enjoy it. So let me show you guys that clip.
We're going up. Look at my baby's face.
Calm down. So cool.
Way up here.
My shoulder was like this.
Back down now.
It's not so bad.
I'm cool.
Huh?
I'm cool.
You're good. So yeah, that was a scary one. And Like I said, it took me a while to relax. And so the next thing I want to share with you all, it's not really a YOLO, but it's more of a place of serenity that we definitely wanted to, it was kind of a more of a bucket list. And so you definitely want to have those YOLOs and bucket list things in life. And ours was to go to Coronado Beach. Unfortunately, that day it was very rainy and cool. And it was our last day in San Diego, California, that we decided to, you know, we couldn't get in the water or anything like that. But the next pictures that I'm going to share is of Coronado Beach. So the next pictures are just a series of trips that we took. One of my YOLOs were to get onto the Dallas Cowboys Stadium football field, and I was able to do that. I was also able to go to Waco to visit the silos, which that was something that I definitely wanted to do too. And those were kind of bucket list items. And if you've never been to the GRWM in New Braunfels, that's a beautiful place as well. We went to Denver to have to the water park, and just really saw that bear on that building and took a picture by that. And of course we took our little grandson to Great Wolf, and that was a lot of fun for him. We actually ended up staying there. You know, sometimes you have to do fun things for the kids. We went to Chicago and we took a picture in front of the Bean. We stayed in San Antonio at a expensive hotel that sat on top, and we swam a rooftop pool. We went to a J-Lo concert. We went to go see the Jabberwockies on our honeymoon in Las Vegas. We took a gondola ride while we were in Vegas, and we never wanted to do any of that stuff because it was so expensive. We went to a Broadway show in New York. When we went to New York, that was a lot of fun, and we ate like crazy and went to the Black Top Bar and had huge ice creams full of a bunch of junk. And I always like to pretend that I'm a statue, so I've had a couple of those moments where we've had stops and I pretended like I was a statue. I had my first bike, my first expensive bike bought for me by my husband. So yeah, I just wanted to make this video not to brag about my travels, but to just let you know that life is too short and you should take time to have YOLO moments and bucket list moments where you enjoy your life and take a leap of faith, and don't be afraid to do things. Don't let fear stop you from doing some of the things that you want to explore in life. And basically that's what this video was about, just sharing some YOLO moments that I've had in my life with you that I really have enjoyed, and make those bucket list items, because I think it's important to have fun in life. So thank you for taking the time out to hear my bucket list and YOLO moments, and I had a good time going over and reminiscing about those memories. So make sure that you take time out of your life to make memories, enjoy your life, because life is too short and we need to enjoy some of those God-given blessings that God has given to us. And so we work hard so that we can play hard. So speaking of work, I guess I better get going or I'm going to be late. And oops, well, I guess I have to leave the crown at home. Y'all have an amazing, blessed day, and I'll catch you in the next one. Bye.